Good morning, everybody. Today in our writing lesson, we're going to be learning about adverbials for cohesion. Now, cohesion means the things that we use to help a piece of writing hang together, to make it flow from one paragraph to the next so that your reader understands the links between it. Very often we use adverbials to do this, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today for those of you that are writing the paragraphs about the snark tog. Now, the snark tog is obviously a very rare beast. We've been doing some research in the scientist world to find out all about this, and your job today is to take their notes that they have made and put it all together to write a fantastic piece of writing, cohesive piece of writing using these adverbials to make sure that it perhaps might get published in a scientific magazine. So, really think hard about the devices that you're going to be using and the information that you're going to include in it so that it's outstanding and your reader is really thoroughly engaged and excited to learn about this fascinating beast. Okay, so there is a word bank on our website for you to use that you can go and refer to that will give you a hand with some of the adverbials that you might want to use. I've used that this morning to write my entry, and we're going to read through that together and just pick out some of the pieces that I've included so that you can see perhaps what you might want to do when you come to write yours. So we have the snark tog. We need to have a heading there to make sure that our reader knows what it is they're reading about. And my first bit really is just an introduction so that it is clear what I'm writing about below in the rest of the article. So the snark tog is a rare and exotic beast, only found in jungles and occasionally mistaken for a sloth. In the jungle, the snark tog forages for fruit and nuts, which it stores in the treetops, safely out of reach of the other animals. So you can see there, I've referred back to the jungle. In the beginning, I talked about it being found in the jungle, and I've opened my first paragraph there with that adverbial of place, in the jungle, so that my reader is really clear where it is this snark tog can be found about. And if you notice, after I've used that adverbial phrase to open it, I've put my comma there to show the end of it. So in the jungle, the snark tog forages for fruit and nuts, which it stores in the treetops, safely out of reach of other animals. Now, not only am I making sure that I'm using my adverbials of cohesion in here, but I want you to be thinking about those other features that we've taught. So I've got a nice relative clause in there, which I know lots of year fives are able to use. So it'd be great to see those in your pieces of writing as well. Due to their love of these foods, a snark tog mother will teach its young to find them and open them at an early age. So again, I've referred back to the fact that they like their fruit and nuts and that they go foraging for those in the jungle. And then I've given that as a reason, due to their love of these foods. Now that whole thing is a big long adverbial phrase that I've used at the very beginning, but that due to is one of those cohesive devices that you can use in your writing that will link some of your paragraphs together. And there's my comma again. Snark togs also live and sleep in the trees. They are extremely sensitive to the sun, which can burn them badly. For this reason, snark togs cover themselves with leaves for protection when they are sleeping. And again, at the end here, I've put my cohesive device, my adverbial again, for this reason, with its comma, so that I'm making sure that the reader really understands that the reason they cover themselves with leaves is because of the fact the sun can burn them and can cause them damage. Now, every sentence doesn't need to start with an adverbial. If you did that, in actual fact, it would get a little bit boring to read because you'd be having the same sort of feel to every single sentence in every single paragraph. So it's a good idea to mix them perhaps with some compound sentences like I've done here. Snark togs also live and sleep in the trees, and to have other sentences that might be short sentences. That's fine. They don't all need to start with those cohesive devices, but be looking for opportunities to use them. Have a look at the word bank, go through them, make sure that you understand how they are used, because it's important that you use the correct ones to make those paragraphs flow, as well as where you can use them. Okay, have fun writing about these snark togs. I'm really looking forward to reading all your fascinating facts about them and seeing if we can get one published in those scientific magazines. Take care, all of you. Bye bye.